Okay, ready, here we go. Yeah, early days, memories. Nostalgia isn't what it used to be. Yeah, early days. Well, when I was writing the song, I was thinking about me and John, two guys walking in Liverpool with the guitars over our backs, dreaming of the future, looking at what might be, hoping that one day someone would actually listen to our songs and that we'd be able to write more and we'd be able to maybe make a living at what this whole thing was. I don't think we really thought it would come true, but you know what? It did. So I have so many beautiful memories of those early times. And starting a group, going down, recording with George Martin, being in the studio and doing the song Love Me Do. And George Martin suddenly switches it. John sings it, Love Me Do, and then he plays the harmonica. Because Love Me Do, whap. George wants the harmonica to come in exactly, Love Me, whap. So he says, Paul, will you sing Love Me Do? So I've suddenly, nervous as hell, I've got to then suddenly sing this bit of the song I've never sung before. So I go, yeah, okay. I'm not going to say no to the producer. I go, Love Me Do, and John goes, wah, wah. So many beautiful moments playing in the studio with the guys, making all our records, going to America. I had a mystical experience once with, at a party with Bob Dylan. And I felt like I'm walking around and I'm kind of going up a spiral. We're actually just in a hotel room. I felt like I was sort of going around and gradually going up a spiral walkway. And get to the top and I go, I've got it. And I say to our roadie, Mal, I said, Mal, give me a bit of paper. Has anyone got a bit of paper and a pencil? Nobody could find one. Mal eventually found one. I said, I've got to write this down. And you keep this. So I wrote something down. I said, now you keep this and show it me in the morning. Don't lose it. This is the meaning. This is the meaning of life. In the morning, he shows me it. It said, there are 7 levels. Yeah, well. So, these kind of things happened. We did tours. We met famous people. We did the Ed Sullivan Show in front of 73 million people. These are all early days. Going further back into Liverpool, just as kids, going to school. This huge, big school, 1,000 boys that I went to when I was 11 years old. It's like something out of a Charles Dickens novel. I didn't really understand what it was, except it was 1,000 boys and you had to fit in. So I did. I met George Harrison there. George used to get on the bus, same bus route that I went. He got on the stop after me. So we got chatting. And when it came up that one of my friends introduced me to John later, and I joined John's group, which was then called the Quarrymen, because he went to a school called Quarry Bank. He one day said, we need a guitar player. We need another guitar player. I said, I've got a friend who plays guitar, thinking of George. And so I said, yeah, I'll introduce you. So George came along. And even though John thought he was a bit young, because John was a year older than me, and I was a year older than George. So in those teenage years, that's a big difference. But anyway, George joined the group. Didn't you just know it? And then we needed a drummer. We had a guy who we thought was very good, but it just wasn't quite the magic that we were looking for. Then we ran into a guy called Ringo, who was in Hamburg. This guy we loved. He could play stuff that we could hear, but we couldn't play it. But he could do it. That was it. And I remember the moment, the 3 of us standing out front, and this guy Ringo playing with us for one of the first times. And I remember looking to my left, seeing John, to my right, seeing George. And just the look between us was, this is it. We are the Beatles.
You are on the deck of the Greenpeace ship, the Arctic Sunrise. Together we are on a journey crossing through the sea ice on our way to the high Arctic.
Wrap back up. He's got to get before he arrives. His ball's going to come off.
My name is Kiyoshima and I play for FaZe Clan.
Hello, my name is Alu and I play for FaZe Clan.
We are immortal.
We are flawless. Like let me see
We are skate gaming.
Nice to meet you.
Very well be seeing a match which both our islands did predict so far. Pretty much on the money here. Just turning around, but they are on shot to try to bring it back. Continuing to win every single round from here on out.
Once again, the challenger gets in position to cover the cross, goes with the nade instead. This time it's going to do some damage. In fact, it does take Taco down. Does bounce perfectly. That'll deny the plant. 28 seconds. FNX now versus 2 as an AWP. 90.
Here he goes, and in front of this crowd, what have you got to say to him? Come at him. With the stage, the two teams headed to the right, the best of 3. They are SK Gaming and NRC! To the final of the Intel Extreme Masters. If you're ready, give me a hell yeah!
Broke them as a unit, and they haven't been able to recover since really. Lucas going down as well. Get right, finds him, and he's looking for more as well. Another player that's locked in, and NIB are just ruthless right now, taking.
Rounded out statue that we got with Kennedy on the site. Get right, will be able to get him eventually, but 2. Right on the reload, has to watch the back and go way into the draw. Fire wins the duel, and it's going to be forced to close the wall. Back in his hands at this point in time, he does. Desperately to wait this out. 25 seconds. Forrest has the advantage.
girl in labor is Susan. I just found out she's my cousin.
It's okay.
Believe it or not, this is the easy part of the story for her. That's me in the doorway to Ashland. I never knew that Susan existed until 3 days ago when our grandpa died.
Today's top story, Dr. Richard Ashland, CEO of Ashland Agriculture, died in his home in Greenwich, Connecticut. One of the biggest privately held companies in the world, Ashland Ag, has recently been under financial pressure. The once giant company has been forced to sell several of its holdings after increased scrutiny of its genetic bioengineering of plants. In 2010, the company was valued at over $20 billion. Today, it's less than 10.
All right, let's talk about Gray Ashland. Here's a playboy billionaire who's been marked by scandal after scandal.
They are an incredibly secretive family that has shied away from public scrutiny, usually behind layers of publicists, and carefully managed media relationships. Richard Ashland is survived by his grandchildren, notorious heartthrob Gray Ashland, Tatiana Ashland, a reclusive young woman known only for her work with nonprofit and relief organizations, and his brother, Gordon Ashland, the current COO of Ashland Agriculture. It is rumored that Gordon Ashland will take over the company.
When my great-uncle found out about Susan, he sent someone to go get her. Or take her, I should say.
see them on a sonogram, it might make it more. No, she's only 17. Try to imagine what that must be like. Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, man, I just want to see that everything's okay, all right? I want to go home. I care about her even if it's not my baby.
Oh, I get it. You're saying it's not your baby?
Just let me see her. I know she's scared. She says she doesn't remember what happened, and I believe her. She's not a liar. Let me just hold her hand and tell her that no matter what, it's going to be okay.
I need that sonogram.
Get rid of it.
Hey, Julie.
Focus on the boy
Jinx.
just now.
Okay. You can see her. But after that, I don't want you around anymore. She needs time to figure out the truth, okay?
Hey, baby. Come here.
I'm so glad you're here.
Whoa. Oh, you're big. How you feeling?
I'm scared.